needs a blind arbiter. But I will make them see. Things look different without the prophet's lies clouding my vision.
By the end of the war against the Covenant Empire, the Sangheili were left in a state of confusion in regards to their religion, because even though the Sanshayum lied to them, they had still given them a purpose in their lives. Many were still religiously devoted to the Forerunners and wanted to uncover the deeper meaning of their faith. Yet there were also those who saw the error in their ways and looked for a better one, which they found in the old ways of their ancestors, the Ancient Sangheili Mythology. A lot of Sangheili mythology may have been incorporated into the Covenant religion, but their ancient beliefs and traditions survived through millennia of assimilation and neglect. This was done by covert societies like the Ascetic Order, where it was safeguarded by some of the most devout warriors in the Covenant. Isolation was another way the Sangheili mythos survived, although beliefs changed significantly over the years due to this separation. A prime example of this are the Usans, who didn't join the Covenant and fled to a foreigner shield world, where they formed their own mythos. Historical monuments and ancient scriptures on Sanghelios are the oldest records of their mythology. These were left untouched by the Covenant because the Sangheili pledged to abolish their old beliefs in favor of the Great Journey. As the Empire collapsed after their war with humanity, so did the religion generations of Sangheili have blindly followed. Free from the Prophet's leash, various Sangheili embraced the traditions and beliefs of their forefathers, sparking a cultural renaissance among the Sangheili, even those in various Covenant remnants. The original Sangheili Pantheon was headed by Urs, the primary star in the system, and supreme being of their faith. Urs was the father of many demigod heroes, like Keldar and watched over his children like other gods. Beings like the stars Juri and Fied, and the moons Kikost and Suban. Beneath these gods was the spirit Ziggur, who they viewed as the spirit of nature. The ancient Sangheili later adapted the Forerunners as their gods, viewing the Foreigner artifacts on their planet as divine instruments. Tools became sacred relics, monitors oracles, and structures holy temples. Sangheili banned the study of Foreigner technology, viewing such acts as blasphemous. Yet such actions were called for during the War of Beginnings, when the Sanshayum, whom did allow these acts, nearly vanquished the Sangheili in their brutal war against them. Ancient Sangheili also connected unexplained phenomena or events to supernatural causes, or even gods. The Sangheili from the Nurza region revered a demon that slept beneath the waves of the Kasordan Sea. Sangheili elders constructed a stone fortress along the coastside to observe and protect the sacred creature. Even prayer verses were written to appease the ancient being. By singing these lyrics, they hoped to keep it dormant and protect others from its wrath, should it awaken. Centuries later, the Sangheili constructed the temple city of Sunayon near the construct, now recognizing that it belonged to their gods, the Forerunners. By 2558, the city was occupied by the remnants of Julum Dama's covenant. Despite this, the people of Sunayon continued their chants, hoping to keep the ancient guardian slumbering. A hope that was sundered when the Guardian was activated while the swords of Sanghelios invaded the city. Although many Sangheili legends faded away after the Covenant formation, the hero, Keldar was never forgotten. According to legend, Kel was born to a mortal Sangheili mother and the god Urs. Mentored by his uncle, Orok Darsam, he became a warrior that was renowned for his bravery and cunning. He famously sailed the mysterious seas of Sanghelios, slaying semi-mythical terrors like the sand dwellers of Ilik and the many-mouthed watcher of the lonely harbor. Kel learned that the dangerous current between the Durat-Dur islands were caused by the endless thrashing of 9 great serpents, so he set his sails and killed the serpents. Because he was so keen on ridding the seas of monstrous creatures, Kel had little interest in becoming Kaidan, and so he gladly left the position to his uncle Orok. During one of the many enemy assaults on the Darsam family keep, his uncle was captured by the powerful Sea Lord and rival, Kaidan, Nesh-Radun. In response, Kel dutifully invoked the right of release and set off to liberate Orok. Without a navy of his own, Kel sailed alone to infiltrate Radun's keep. In the cover of night, Kel scaled the walls of the keep and killed his rival's best swordsman. After freeing Orok, they scrambled to make their escape, but as Kel prepared to dive off of the keep's wall, he was mortally wounded when a spear struck him in his back. As he fell to his death, Kel was touched by the light of his divine father and was transformed into pure light. From now on, Kel was known as the first light of Sanghelios. This legendary tale has been passed through generations in the Ballad of Keldar. But there exist two versions of this ballad, and modern Sangheili are unsure who threw the spear that killed Kel. One version claims that Nesh-Radun himself is responsible for throwing the spear, as retribution for killing his best swordsman. In the other version, Kel is said to have been betrayed by his own uncle. This claims that the entire capture was an elaborate ruse designed by Orok, who feared that Kel would one day decide to claim his title of Kaidan. The question of which version is the right one has been the discussion of generations that still goes on to this very day.